Hi guys, I'm not Scott Nice Wonder and this is not NerdSync, despite that intro. I've just always wanted to use it in a video, and since I don't make videos for NerdSync, I asked Scott if I could put it in one so I can feel like, yeah, moving on. So the theme this week is fandoms, but how do I interpret that? Do I talk about the fandoms I consider myself part of, or do I talk about things I like in general? Do I talk about the concept of a fandom or a fan, or what it means to be a fan of something? Or do I talk about the inevitability of fangirls ruining everything? So I'm going to start by talking about the concept of fandom and what it means to be a fan of something. Fandoms can be considered one of the greatest things, or also one of the scariest things, depending on who you meet first. No matter what fandom you're talking about, there's always going to be the good element and the bad element. Depending on who you are, depends on what you consider being a fan. Some people get really annoyed when you criticise something they like. Rather than getting constructive criticism, they just throw flames at you. You know, flame wars. A fan is generally described as someone who appreciates something or derives pleasure or entertainment from something. Which is great, because as a nerd, I'm unashamedly passionate about things and what I enjoy. I don't care if people know that I like something or I do something. But I'm not a bad guy. If someone doesn't agree with my standpoint and they don't enjoy the thing I enjoy, I'm not gonna go mad at them. I'm just gonna respect their opinion. I might tell them why I enjoy the thing. Don't expect them to agree with it though. But then you get an entity we call a fangirl, or a fanboy, or fan gender neutral. Yeah. That is basically where an individual takes their appreciation of the person or the thing and just becomes obsessed with it to the point that it consumes their lives. If you've ever seen videos of One Direction fans, and I'm not trying to mock anyone here, I'm talking about like the teen girls and slightly older girls, and I've used some guys do it, where they just become so overwhelmed they start bursting out crying just by seeing a glimpse of Harry Styles from 400 meters away. Okay, slight exaggeration, but you get the point, and it becomes an absolute obsession, and that is dangerous. And it's always been a point of contention for me ever since I saw John Green do a live stream. In the live stream, he was reading from Esther L's book. It was close to Esther Day, I think. And he was getting emotional. You could tell the tears were welling up as he was reading it and talking about this fantastic woman. And all the comments were, the live chat, skipping up and up and up, was just people going, I love you, John. John, come to my country. Come to my thing. Do this to me. I want to make love to you. Give me your babies. I want a lock of your hair. I stole your panties last night. That sort of thing. And there was maybe 1 in 50 people talking about Esther L's book, but because it was going so quickly, because there were so many people watching, all you could see was these delusional and quite frankly idiotic people ignoring the actual message and the point of this live stream. And it's been mentioned in a video before. I gave a couple of screenshots of it to Niall Bird, Cyborg Birdie, who did a video on this channel a while back, quite a while ago, about this now, about the Tifios movie, and he used that as a point to say that sometimes this is bad, because as nerd fighters, this is a fandom, but we are quite a good fan. Some of us are a good fandom. I've seen some nerd fighters who really take it too far. As much as an inclusive society as we are in Nerdfighteria, I do not like to consider them as nerd fighters, because they ignore the messages and the anti-world suck and all the charities, and they're just John Green or Hank Green fanboys. It gives me a headache. I think all the things, the pursuit of knowledge and all the great stuff we do as a group, as a gathering, community goes far beyond just the Green Brothers now. It's its own entity that they started, it formed around them, and now it's grown beyond them. But I'm not trying to paint it as a purely negative thing, because it's not. 9 times out of 10, it is positive. As well as deriving enjoyment out of it, some people get inspiration from it, and they go on to make amazing things. How many times have we seen a big YouTuber get famous and inspire a whole generation of vloggers? Look at Charlie Is So Cool Like. Between him and the Vlog Brothers and Zay Frank, they basically built the previous generation of YouTubers, and now people like PewDiePie are building this generation of YouTubers. But That's not for me to say, is it now? So yeah, I think if you're not a fan of something, your life must be pretty boring, pretty empty, because you can be a fan of so many different things, whether it is a movie or a book or an animation or a person in general or a football team or a rugby team, baseball team, basketball team, a swimmer, a celebrity, a place, a thing, a concept, a subject. You know, there's so many things you can be a fan of. I don't think I could stand here and list them in a 20-minute video, because I'd be here for 20 minutes and no one wants to watch that. One thing I'm not a fan of is folding clothes, but I've got to go do that now. So, DFTBA, have a great day, guys, and Omar, we'll see you tomorrow.
So you've just made it through Dave's whole video. Well done. You win the internet.